Yes, now see. Today's assignment is related to what? Taxicab numbers, not Ramanujan numbers. Of course, they are very similar to Ramanujan numbers. So go to the folder. I have downloaded already. Taxicab numbers. So where is that? README file. Do you have any README file for this, or directly you have to read it from? Is there?
Yes, sir, is there.
Okay. Nothing, huh? Hey, there is something here. How can you say nothing? So input format, right? So what is the first line? First line of the input contains two integers, n, m separated with a space. Okay. Output format is? Print the nth number that can be represented as sum of cubes of two different numbers m times. Okay, that's all about he has given. So we'll try to read the input. So how the input is? So you can see the sample input, which is 1 space 2, right? So let's go to the, what do you call, public final class solution and main method, right? And this is going to be final, and we need one scanner object because you have to read the input, right? Yes or no? And let's have one private constructor which may be used or not. So write the documentation constructor, sorry, documentation commands. So default constructor, this may not be required, and the class comments, this class is used to demonstrate the or to find the taxicab numbers, to find the nth taxicab numbers of which can be formed with m pairs. Yes or no? Which can be formed with m pairs. M pairs. M pairs.
PAIRS. PAIRS.
Okay. It other. My name Shiv Shankar. From tomorrow onwards, you have to maintain this. Okay. If it is not there, I don't want to give the marks. So be careful. Because it's your code, what's wrong in it keeping your name there, right? Huh? Why do you hesitate in doing that? Main method to demonstrate the solution, something like that. Command line arguments, right? Now create the scanner object. Scan equals to new scanner of system.in, right? Now how many integers that you have to read according to the sample input or input format? 2 integers. So here, just listen carefully. There are only 2 integers. You can directly make use of scan.nextInt. Not required to say scan.nextLine, par, split, and etc. Yeah, because for the scan.nextInt, enter key is a termination character or space is a termination character. Anything is okay. It will be accepted. Okay. So for that, what you can directly say is int n equals to scan.nextInt. Int m equals to scan.nextInt. That's it, done. Input reading is done, right? I've read 2 integers, n and m, because they already said the first name of the input contains integers n, m, which are separated with spaces, and that has been read. N equals to scan.nextInt and m equals to scan.nextInt. Have we done? Yes. So this is all about, okay, and we need a max PQ according to the discussion that we made today morning. We need min PQ. So I'm trying to use Bob Sedgwick's code. I don't want to write it again because we already discussed earlier for dynamic median finding and etc. Right? So I don't want to write it again. So I'm trying to use directly his code. Okay. So nothing, and I'm closing this. And what is the other one that I have to use? Okay, now you have to try to find the taxicab numbers using minpq. That is all about you have to do, right? So go to the taxicab.java, public class taxicab, and what are the attributes that you have to write in? One is here I'm talking about a pair, right? Which means nothing but A and B values or C and D values or I and J. I will generalize it to I and J. So one is I and the other one is J. And so whenever you perform I cube and J cube, you'll get sum. So I'll say sum. Yeah. So for this I'll write constructor. So public taxicab of int I comma int J. That's it. And in the constructor I'll try to calculate long equals this dot sum equals to I into I plus, how do you calculate J cube? J into J. Yes or no? I cube plus J cube. So that is all going to be long value. Yes or no? I'm typecasting it because I is integer, J is integer. When you multiply, you'll get some value, and I'm typecasting it to long. Okay, so this dot I equals to I, and this dot J equals to J. Yes? Agree? Now, here one more thing, what should I do is I have to write my own compare to method because I have to keep the taxicab numbers into the minpq in such a way that first I have to check with their sums. If their sums are equal, I have to check with their I values. And if I values are also same, I want to check based on J values. So that's why I have to overwrite this compare to method. Okay. So implements comparable taxicab, right? Yes or no? Now write that method. Public integer or boolean? Integer, because compare to returns compare to of taxicab that. So if this dot sum is greater than that dot sum, so what should I return? Return plus 1 because this sum is bigger when compared with the other sum. So which is something like 729 is greater than 729 is greater than 728. So at that point of time you have to return plus 1. This dot sum less than that dot sum.
Return minus 1.
Return minus 1, right? And if both the sums are equal, what should do? I have to check with I and J. So this dot I
Equal to
greater than that dot I. So at the time what do you get?
return
plus 1. Else if
this dot I is less
this
than
dot I is less than that dot I.
return minus 1.
Return minus 1. Finally return 0. And I'm saying only I'm taking up to I. I'm not considering J. Okay. That's all about, right? Understood?
Yes.
Now, let us write a main method here. Okay. Let's try to write the main method. So I need an object. For what I need an object? I need to store all the taxicab numbers wherever I find it. Okay. So for that, just keep that in the minpq taxicab minpq equals to new minpq taxicab of. This is a way of creating an object for minpq because you already know that minpq is of type key. It's not about the key, it's all about the generic. Generic in the sense it can handle any kind of object, any kind of elements, any kind of objects. Okay, so I generalized it. Understood or not? Now, min PQ, taxicab min PQ is to new min PQ of taxicab, right? Now, what I'll do is I will iterate through it for n equals to, I'll say up to 20 for the time being, so that I can get all the taxicab numbers where I may be less than 20 or j may be less than 20. Understood or not? So it is something like this. See. So for 1729, what do you get? What is the taxicab number? A cube plus B cube. So
Nine.
what can be that? 1 plus 12.
cube.
And the other one is
9 cube plus
9 cube plus
10 cube.
10 cube. Yes or no? 9 cube plus 10 cube. So I'm taking 20 here in the sense. So all these four values accordingly can be less than 20, not more than 20. So if I find a number which can be a taxicab number, and those numbers, I mean to say A, B, C, D, I'm calling 1 is A, 12 is B, C is 9, D is 10. So all those values should be less than 20. That's what I'm trying to say here. Huh? Okay. Okay. Now, so I'm saying that it is 20. So initially I'm pairing it like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, for int, because I will calculate it later. I'll do that. Hold on. I less than n, I plus plus. So I have to insert into the min pq, right? Min pq dot insert of new taxicab of I comma I. Initially I've kept all the values like 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 up to 20 20 20. 20 I value is 20 and j is also 20. Here I'm passing in that format. Okay, so after doing that, first find out, take the sentinel, I mean to say. Now it's about sentinel in the sense, first initially I'll take it as 0 0. 0 cube plus 0 cube is 0 cube, 0, right? So taxicab, I'm saying that previous. Why I'm saying that? Why I have to call this as previous? Say for example, I'm saying an example. Just ignore it after my explanation. Okay. Say for example, if you're keeping 0 2 and 2 0, what is 0 cube plus 2 cube? 8. That you have inserted into the min pq. And 2 cube plus 0 cube? 8. So earlier previous is what?
8 only.
Now?
8.
So I'm saying that I'm taking two variables here. Two variables in the sense previous and current. The previous is 0 2 and the current is 2 0. Now ignore that example for the time. Ignore it. Okay. So that's why I'm saying that new taxicab of 0 comma 0. Yes, 0 comma 0. Now I have to keep on moving from the min pq, right? Min pq dot is empty. Yes or no? Is min pq dot, sorry, is min pq empty or not? Is min pq empty or not? So if it is empty, nothing doing. If it is not empty, iterate through it. Iterate through it in the sense, first delete the minimum value from the min pq. Whenever you delete, what do you get?
Least.
I would say first, what do you get? What do you get? What is that value type? What is that key type? Taxicab. That's what I'm expecting from you. So that's a taxicab, right? So taxicab. Now I'm saying that this is the current value that I'm going to get. Okay, taxicab equals to min pq dot delete min off. Okay, min pq dot delete min. So whenever I say, I'll get the current. So which means what is the current now? According to the insertions that I made. 1 1. 1 cube Sum is 1 cube. Ij values are 1, 1. So I got the current value as 1 cube. Sorry, 1, 1, 1. Sum is 1, I is 1, j is 1. Yes or no? So those values are going to be in the current. Those values are going to be in the current. Agree or not? Now, what is the previous value in case of 0, 2 and 2, 0? What is the previous value? 8. Current value is? If I remove once again, what do you get? 8. Yes or no? Understood or not? So that's why I can say now previous equals to current. Huh? Previous equals to current. If both are same, I can say what can I say? It's a taxicab number. Because whenever you insert 8 and whenever you insert after some time you just insert 8. Okay, whenever you remove 8, then automatically 8 also comes first. That's what we have discussed. That's the property of the min PQ, because the sum that should go up, right? Whenever you insert 8. Whenever you insert 8. So that's all about, right? So if previous equal to current, what should I do? What should I do? Tell me. What should I do? Now I'm saying 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair. 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair. So 2 pair in the sense 9 cube plus 10 cube and 1 cube plus 12 cube. That is 2 pair. Do you have 3 pair also? Huh? Do you have 4th pair also? Do you have 5th pair also? How do you do that? So, so what you do here is, now declare a variable with run. So whenever they both are equal, I'll say run equals to, run equals to run plus 1. Run equals to run plus 1, which means I got 2 pair. I got a 2 pair. Agree or not? So run should be initialized to 1 initially. Okay, if run equals to 2, which means there are 2 pairs. If run equals to 2, there are 2 pairs. One is previous and the other one is current. Agree or not? Agree or not? So print that. Print previous plus current. So, but did we write this toString method here? No, object version. Public string toString of return. In which format you want to get? Sum plus I plus its cube, right? Plus j plus cube, right? Is it what you require? Sum equals to, right? Sum equals to I cube plus j cube. If that matches, I'm trying to print it, okay? Understood or not? Yeah, so I'm printing previous and current, and I would like to print the current. Yeah, that's okay, fine. Done? Is this good? Good? Do you have any questions up to here? Do you have any questions up to now? No. So see, I have an else part here. If that doesn't match us, what does it mean? There can be some other minimum value, right? Instead of, I mean to say, you have removed 1, 1. Now which can be removed? 2, 2, right? 2 cube plus 2 cube. So 2 cube plus 2 cube is what? 16. But before 16, you might have some other values. Something like 1 cube plus 2 cube. What is that? 9. 1 cube plus 3 cube. 29. 28. But before 28, you have 16. Yes or no? Before 28, you have 16. So I just want to insert 1 cube plus 2 cube. Yes or no? How do you get that 1 cube plus 2 cube? PQ dot insert of, what is that?
Increment the J value.
Increment the J value, right? Cur dot I comma cur dot J plus 1. Increment the J. So you have inserted it. Now whenever you try to delete, what do you get? This 1 and 2 get 1 cube plus 2 cube, which is 9. Yes or no? Yes or no? Are we done? Or do we need to write anything apart from this? No? 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 Yes, I think so. Think of.
1 second. Run, 1 run.
Hmm?
So 2 restart. 1.
If I'm going to say they are trying to print in a new line. If run greater than 1, println statement, empty statement. But that's okay. Now after doing that, I'm saying that previous equals to cur. Why? Whenever I remove it again, if I don't write this particular statement, what happens whenever I remove it again? Your previous will be 0 initially because it will be 0. But when I try to remove it again, what do you get? 9. When I try to remove it again, what do you get? 16. When I try to remove it again, what do you get? 28. And it goes on. But are you checking the current with the previous? Previous is always going to be 0, right? What is the use of writing it? So you have to update previous. Yes or no? That's why I'm saying previous equals to cur. After doing that. Previous equals to cur. So is there anything left over? And when run is greater than 0, you just assign, say, run equals to 1. Because you have to reset run. You have to reset run. Why? Whenever you get the 2 pairs, and again you have to find one more number which has 2 pairs. Agree or not? So that's all about. So shall we try to? That's all. Shall we try to run this program? Let's try. If it works, that's fine. Otherwise, better luck. Trace it again and do that.
But in Jira, they don't want the field equations.
Let's try. We don't know whether this works or not. See, what is that error that you got? So there are 2 errors. First, rectify that. Error cannot find symbol. What is that symbol? Comparable. Comparable, right? That's PQ, not min PQ, right? Okay, one more error. Cur dot I comma cur dot j plus 1. Oh, it's not about insert. It's all about insert new taxicab object, right? Yes or no? Because we are trying to keep this taxicab object into the min PQ. It's not about the integers, right? Okay, compile. Success. So go here, try executing it. What is the output that we got? Nothing. Which means, are we making any mistake? No, right? How do we know that? So print all the current values. Whatever the elements that I'm trying to remove, I'm printing it. Where are the elements?
Yeah, in 2 minutes.
Sir, we doesn't give inputs, sir.
Huh?
Inputs.
Inputs 20 is there, right?
I think we are using 2 minutes now, sir. And it's
We are using a 2 ml value.
So none of them are getting inserted into the min PQ. Is that correct? That's what you're trying to say? No. Have to get the delete min PQ, right? Okay, let's try first of all. Min PQ dot is empty. I would like to check whether the min PQ is empty or not. So that's why I'm not getting it. Oh, false. False in the sense?
some elements are added.
Some elements are added into the min PQ. So this doesn't have any problem. Now let's check here. Println here. If here is getting printed, which means PQ is not. PQ is empty. That's what it is saying. But is PQ is empty? No, because we inserted, right? So here, what you have to say is not min PQ dot is empty, which means they are returning false. I'm saying not false. If the PQ is empty, they'll say return true. I'm saying not true, false. I'm reversing the conditions there. That's it, nothing more. So many values that are coming up. So very difficult to analyze. So what we do is there was a mistake here. Print statement. We'll remove this, and we have one more. That's it, right? Let's see how the output is going to be printed. 17 cube and 4553. What is all this? See, this is one Ramanujan number. Is that correct?
No, 4104.
Where are all these values are getting printed? I'm not printing it.
Three comparable function.
So not stopping. Min peak while low. PQ is empty.
Previous plus current. So this value equals to 6Q plus but they're all getting printed. That's there the problem is. They're all getting printed. Can you trace out the problem where the error is? Oh, here we have to check one condition. What is that condition? What is that condition? That should not be inserted there, but that should be inserted somewhere here. Here we keep on incrementing j, right? But you have to stop j at some point, right? What is that j? If j current dot j less than here n in the sense 20. Okay, you can say directly n. Yes or no? Now try inserting it. Now you got these values. Why all these values are getting printed? 1 cube plus 1 cube. How much is that? 2. So 9 cube. So 1 cube plus 2 cube. 9. So all these values are getting printed into the where? So I have to remove this. So if I remove that, then you'll get the output. Let's see. Where is the output? No output. So somewhere it is getting wrong, which means previous and current are not getting matched. Println cur. Let's try to print the current elements. So where is 1729? Somewhere else here. Yeah. So here in this case, is the previous and current are getting matched?
Yeah.
Then why it is not printing anything? Huh? Where is the break? I'm not saying any break, but it should get printed. Previous equals to current in the sense, and previous and current are same here. Okay, we'll try to print the previous and current also. Previous plus current. Okay. Oh, all the previous and current values are getting matched. Is that correct?
Not matched.
0 cube
Not
plus
matched.
0 cube. They are not matched, right? So we'll remove this statement and we'll keep that inside the inside the if condition. Now see, somewhere else we are making some mistake here. Please let me know where that mistake is. Oh, you should not compare previous and current. You should compare previous dot sum and current dot sum, right? Their sums should be equal, right?
Yes, sir.
No one is talking. Their sums should be equal, not previous and current. We should not compare them. Now, do you got that values?
Yes, sir.
1729, 4104. 1729, 4104, right? So, which means I will remove this. Now you can see the output. Yes. This is second Ramanujan number, which is in between, which is less than 20. 20 in the sense I am talking about this one. Sorry, 16. So if you consider all these, what is A here 1, B 12, and then CD 9 and 10. And if you take this, A and B values are 2 and 16. Here 9 and 15. Agree or not? So all these values are less than 20. Yes or no? Yes or no? So if I say, what I would like to do is, I want to make some facials over there to understand it clearly. Now see, 1 cube plus 12 cube and 9 cube plus 10 cube. Yes or no? And then 2 cube plus 16 cube, which is equals to this one, and this is equals to 9 cube plus 15 cube. That's all about, right? So if I increase the value of n there, what happens? I'll get more values, right? I'll say 100. So these are all the values that I got, which are lies between. Okay, all the values are, of course, you can check. What is the maximum? 97. Okay, which is less than 100. And 47 cube plus 97 cube equals to this value, which is equals to this, which is 66 cube plus 90 cube. Agree or not? Understood or not? Now, based on this, what do you have to do? These are all two pairs. These are all two pairs, because I'm saying that if run equals to 2, I'm I'm printing prayer, and if it is not, then I'm saying run equals to 1 and closing it off. Yes? No? Okay. Now you can observe carefully. So these are all the values: 1729, 4104, 13,822, 20,683, and so on. Now if I want the 100th number, 100th taxicab number, which is of two pairs, what should I do? I simply modify it, right? I should simply modify it. So I have to count it. So for the count, I will say int count equals to initially 0. So what should I say? When it is when run equals to 2, I should say they are equal, right? They are equal, right? So what should I say? Count plus plus. Count plus plus. If count equals to 100 not. Say for example 10. If count equals to 10, then what should I say? Break the loop. Break the loop by maintaining the result equals to current dot sum. By maintaining the result, after breaking the loop, I should print it, right? Println result is plus res. Long kadamma. Oh, sum annamma. So this should be result, right? Perfect. So 10th is 65,728. That is a 10th cap. taxi cab number, 10th taxi cab number, which is of 2 pairs. If I want the 3 pairs, what should I do? Simply,
Increase the run.
you just make the run as 3. You just make the run as 3. No, the answer is wrong, right? What should I do?
Sir, we will make 10, sir. Here.
Uh,
Count equal to 10.
Sorry,
Sir, count అనేది 10 ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్.
count అనేది
10 ఇచ్చారు. 3 pairs అంటున్నారు.
అవును.
ఎక్స్టెండ్ అవుతా నంబర్స్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంటే కదా.
Okay. So what should I say? I have to remove this code and I have to keep that in this format. Zero in the sense I'm not able to find it. So I can say the first number might be. I can say. Let's try. Still the result is 0, which means huh?
Every time run will be 2 only now.
Every time run will be 3, right? Here. When run is 3, I'm incrementing the count. Oh, count should be here, right? It should not be here. Just hold on, I'll show you. No. So here this may not be sufficient. You have to increase this value to 400. Say. Why result 0 again? Why result 0 again?
Increase some more, sir.
No, you should get it. Say for example 500. Yes, I got the value. Is it the first number that contains 3 pairs?
No.
Check once according to your inputs that you have. Check once that you have.
Sir, yes, sir. Same number.
Hmm? Same number, huh?
Hmm.
Then you said no. My heart broken. Antana? So, do you got the output finally? So, if you comment that and if you run it, and there is output. And now we are saying n might be different, m might be different. So, what I'll say? Now I'll keep, instead of saying this, I've already written the solution method, right? I've already written the solution. Now from the solution, I have to call which one? Just println taxi cab and I'll say T capital dot find taxi cab of n comma m. 2 values I'll send. Okay. Now what I'll say instead of println main method public static int long find taxi cab of int n comma int m. Yes or no? Now I'll remove this n. Oh sorry, I need that. N equals to say for example 600 I'll keep and keep that like that itself, and the run should be m because m pairs I need it, right? And that's it. Or and finally return result instead of printing it here, say result capital M. And n, why that is n?
Second line, sir.
Nth number you need it, right? So if you want the nth number, what should do? Count should be n. What we have found out earlier, it's something like first taxi cab number which has 3 pairs, but now I am saying nth taxi cab number which has m pairs. So this is all about nth taxi cab number, this is all about m pairs. Yes or no? Now run it. Do you have any errors? No. Do you have any errors? No. Now come here, just say taxi cab Errors. What is that error?
Define
You should not say Java Taxicab, Java solution. 1, 2. Is that correct? The first Taxicab number which has 2 pairs. Do you want to test it? 2, 2. 4104.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to test it? 100, 2. 100, 2. This is the 100th Taxicab number which has 2 pairs. Okay. And first Taxicab number which has 3 pairs. Done? So
Can I make six
Yeah.
pairs like that?
6 pairs my program, my laptop will die
Sarivan.
because it won't support up to that.
Sarivan.
Huh?
Yeah.
It won't support up to that.
Yeah.
సార్ ట్రై చేద్దాం ఒకసారి
ఏది?
ఎక్కడ దాకా రన్ అవుతుందో. ADS.
Huh?
5 fast.
Or what you can do is go with the test cases output. Shut. So these are the outputs. Finished? Finished? Thank you. I'm stopping the video. So if you have any questions,